Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, good people. This is Kendall Askins from Stimulating Minds. Askin stimulates over on Instagram and all of our other social media platforms. Joining you on another Wednesday with another gem to drop. And today I want to talk to y'all about brushing it off. So often things are happening to us every day. Whether we are having an experience with someone at work, whether in a relationship and have an experience, maybe with a friendship, right? Because we talk about relationships don't always have to be romantic, and things happen. And have you ever had something happen and you feel like you just cannot let it go? You're either constantly thinking about that thing, or you find yourself angry or wanting to, lash out. Or some of us don't like to express ourselves, so we might show up in like passive aggressive manners or even give silent treatments and all of those things. And I didn't necessarily hold on to things like that, but my emotion level would be extremely high when it came to certain things, or when it came to me feeling like someone was doing something to me. And I've shared this book with you guys before. It's called The 4 Agreements. One of the agreements in there is don't take it personal, and we've talked about not taking things personal before, but there was a point in that don't take it personal chapter that really stuck out, and I want to remind you guys of that today. Encourage you to go read that book, but also share with you how if you think and reframe your thinking in this manner, brushing things off and moving past situations, even if you feel like they've been extremely hurtful, you would be able to do it. And so what I want to share with you is, what I recognize is we often say, oh, don't take it personal. It's more about the other person than it is about you, right? And we often, when we're saying that, we're relating it to something negative. Like if there was a negative situation that took place, right? Somebody did something, someone was mean to us. But in that book, it talks about not taking anything personal, even good things, because people are going to interact with you based off of how they feel about you. So for example, if I'm making you feel good, let's say you're watching these videos, you feel motivated, you are happy, I've poured into you in some way, what are you going to say to me? You're going to say and respond in that manner. You're going to tell me, oh, I love your videos, or you're doing such a great job, or, keep up the good work. Those are the things, right? And so if I take that personal, those words and those things would feed my ego, and I'm feeling good. And then let's say we got into a disagreement, and you then begin to say, oh, you're bossy, or you do this, or whatever it is, and I'm taking them personal, I'm going to get really upset about it, right? So I don't know if you see how that works. Either way, you can accept somebody letting you know that you did something good without taking it personal, without taking it in. You almost let it fall off, right? So if someone says to me, oh, you're doing so amazing, I'm like, well, thank you, right? But I also recognize that in that moment, I'm making them feel a way, which is why they're expressing that positive thing. That doesn't necessarily, even though it's good, doesn't necessarily have anything to do with me. It's how I'm able to feed that person in that moment. And so I can brush that off, not in a bad way, right? I can acknowledge it. I can be thankful for it. I can tell them that's great. I can keep doing what I'm doing, but I can still brush off that, okay, that's not about me. And the same thing if something bad happens, right? I can recognize and sit. It doesn't mean I'm not reflective. It doesn't mean that I don't think about how I make somebody feel, but understanding that somebody's reaction is not my responsibility, right? What's my responsibility is how I choose to show up. And so when somebody reacts to me in a manner that's not appropriate, or I can brush that off because I'm not taking it personal. So I just want to encourage you guys today to think about what you're letting roll off of you, and think about how you are showing up, right? And how you are interpreting, what lens are you seeing the world through? And are you taking those things in to heart, whether they're good or bad, or are you letting them fall as they may? I promise you, once I begin to see the world in this way, to realize that the way that people interact with me, whether it's in a positive way or a negative, has nothing to do with me as a person, as much it has to do with how they feel I'm showing up for them or how I'm meeting a need. That goes for work, that goes for friends, that goes for whatever, right? People are going to respond the way that they feel that you show up. And that's how we build relationships. It's like a transactional almost, right? So if you are in that space and you're recognizing and you're allowing people to show up as they show up, right, you will be able to brush things off, and you'll be able to allow people to be who they are and then navigate that space accordingly. So I want to hear, how has this maybe changed your thinking, and have you reframed this in any type of way? Have you begun to brush off things, not just in a negative light, but have you begun to realize, or has this conversation made you realize that, yeah, maybe I am having some of these experiences where people are engaging with me in this way? So I want to hear from you. I want to remind you of our Be Unstoppable course. We are doing a mom's edition. This is really, truly the one. Moms feeling tired, overwhelmed, any of those things, please sign up for this course so you can be around like-minded moms, and we can really support each other and go through how you can be unstoppable as a mom, as a woman, in that space in your life, because we often have these stories that we don't share. So being unstoppable, finding the power in your story, Mom Edition, is something you do not want to miss. Share it out. Do not let anything stop you from joining that. And I'll see you guys back here next Wednesday for more fun. Bye. Hello. Happy Wednesday, good people. This is Kendall Askins from STEMulating Minds. Askin Stimulates over on Instagram and all of our other social media platforms, joining you on another Wednesday with another gem to drop. And today I want to